video, I want to walk you through how I do keyword research step by step. I have two different main YouTube channels. This one, which is all about business tutorials and how to work different softwares and grow your business. I also have a second channel in business called the Science Grad School Coach. This is all about how to complete scientific research. So I'm gonna show you how I do keyword research for both of these channels, because I feel like how you do things for business stuff can be a little bit different for how you do things for non-business things. So let's get started with doing things for the business channel. So my first step whenever I'm about to do some keyword research, figure out some ideas for YouTube videos, is I always start at YouTube. And so here you can see my YouTube home screen, but the first thing that I do is I actually use YouTube's autofill feature. I have different content buckets that I use. If you look at my channel, I have things like Kajabi tutorials, YouTube tutorials, making courses, editing videos, all of these things. So I will pick one of my buckets that I want to work on or create videos about and start there and then use that to fill in. So let's say today I want to fill out my Premiere Pro type features. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just type in Premiere Pro. You can see that as soon as I type that in, it's going to autofill based on what people are searching. So you can see things like Premiere Pro free download, video editing, transition, effects, color grading, Premiere Pro for beginners, all of these things. So just based off of this, if I go in and I just click Premiere Pro effects, as soon as I've found a keyword that I think I might be able to create a video on, the next thing I'm gonna do is look at that keyword score. And for this, I use TubeBuddy. And so you can see here, I also have the VidIQ extension downloaded in. And so I'm gonna get the VidIQ results. And then if I scroll down, you can see that I have TubeBuddy here. If you're on the free plan of TubeBuddy, you will need to click the keyword score button here to show this. But right now I'm on a paid plan, so it automatically shows this. So if I just look at Premiere Pro effects, this says that it's a very good keyword. What I have found and why I choose to go with TubeBuddy over VidIQ, in TubeBuddy, when you're in a niche that has a smaller audience, which is really important when I talk about my second business, I find that VidIQ can't really figure out how many people are really searching for that term. It's like whenever you get below a certain number, they just set it to 0, and that makes it really difficult when the number of grad students searching on YouTube may not be that high overall compared to the number of video editors or YouTubers searching on YouTube. So instead, most of what I look at is the TubeBuddy statistics on this. So this is considered a very good term, so Premiere Pro effects, and then I can look in the related searches. So if I look in the related searches, I can see Premiere Pro effects tutorial, Premiere Pro effects for montage. So you can see a lot of different things that people are looking for. If I'm really interested in one of these keywords, so let's say I'm interested in Premiere Pro effects tutorial, I can click this, and that's going to open that up as a search in a second tab. So here I can see that while this has the actual searches per month, it's not really a great keyword because it's right in the middle. Where Premiere Pro effects, it says it is a better keyword just to go with that one. My effects skill in Premiere Pro is probably not stellar enough for me to be making tutorials on it. So instead, I want to, since I'm a smaller channel, I want to look for something that's much more specific, where there probably isn't going to be as many tutorials on it and competition around it. So one way that I start to do this is I look for people searching how to something and then Premiere Pro. The best way that I found to do this is to type in how to and then add in an underscore. By adding in the underscore, that's going to basically place a wildcard and tells YouTube to basically fill that in with whatever is the common searches. So you can see I have how to export video in Premiere Pro, how to add text in Premiere Pro, crop a video in. So these are all much more specific tutorials. And if you look at my channel, you'll see that most of my videos are very specific tutorials to help you complete a singular thing. So let's go with how to export a video in Premiere Pro. So VidIQ is saying this is a decent keyword, and TubeBuddy is showing that this is a fair. It says it has about 4.4 thousand searches per month, and down here it says that this keyword has some competition, but that the volume makes it worth targeting. So now what I want to do is see, since this is already kind of a fair to good keyword, I want to see if I can get a little bit more specific. So you can see down here in the related searches, I have how to export a video in Premiere Pro for YouTube. That could be a good one. So I'm gonna bring that up in the next window. There's one for Instagram, which might be slightly different. There's one with the date 2020 on it. I'm not gonna do that because that's in the past. There's one with an MP4, that could also be good. So now I wanna see if any of these that have a little bit more specific keywords can actually be a better one to search for. So this one, how to export video in Premiere Pro for YouTube, this says excellent. So you can see there's not near as many. The top one is 2 years old. This might actually be a really good topic for me to pursue. And then you can see I can nail it down even further, saying 1080p, 4K. And so there's different ways to further nail it down using this TubeBuddy extension. So now what I want to do, if I decide that this is something that I want to pursue, this is a new topic that I want to pursue, I organize all of my content topics in Notion. So if you come over here, here's my Notion topic. And if you want to see how I go into this in more detail or get access to this template, let me know in the comments below and I can make this up for y'all. I have a calendar view which lets me organize when I'm going to be publishing videos to YouTube, but I also have a topics view, and this is where I usually bring stuff in. So I have a bunch of different topics I talk about, and under Premiere Pro tutorial, I'm going to type new, and I'm going to type how to export video in Premiere Pro. And then what I do while I'm still doing my keyword research, I set my status to ideas. So what I did is typed in tags. So what I want to do is come back over to this, and using this TubeBuddy extension, I'm actually going to copy and paste those tags in. This can help me whenever I'm trying to structure my video, what things I should touch on, but it also helps because whenever I go to upload that video, I can literally just copy these tags directly back into the tag section of YouTube. So I'm gonna hit this 1080p because that's what I export most of my videos in. And you can see some of these are in different languages. So I'm gonna hit this Premiere Pro 2021 since that's the year. And then I'm gonna come down to this common video tags. So this is saying for all the ones that are currently ranking for this keyword, what are the common tags that they have? And so I'm gonna click the ones that highly relate to what I'm gonna be talking about. Okay, so I've gone through it and now I have about 21 tags selected. So what I can easily do is come over and copy these tags, and I'm going to just paste them in my Notion template. So this can help me again further whenever I'm actually going to create this video, saying, okay, these were the big things, these are the keywords I want to talk about, how to do it in 1080p, and I can just basically create a video walking you through quickly how to export a video in Premiere Pro and be able to upload it into YouTube seamlessly. And so that's basically how I do my keyword research for YouTube. Again, this is really going to help you rank and search better, but it's also generally what people that are your ideal audience are searching for. So even externally, if I get a keyword that's really good for YouTube, it tends to also be a topic that does really well whenever I'm promoting it externally. So now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna work on my second YouTube channel. So this is all about research, and so if you're someone who maybe isn't doing tutorials as much, but you're trying to do kind of talking head videos for research, I want to talk about how I do that. So a big thing that I work on is research writing. And so two tactics have worked really well for me, using that how to with an underscore again, and then also using verses. So generally what I'll do is say how to underscore and then research article. And so research articles is one of the things that you're often doing as a researcher. And so we can see kind of these different ones. How to read research articles effectively. That could be actually a really good keyword. Actually, I'm gonna look into that keyword. So again, VidIQ is saying it's not a good keyword, and TubeBuddy is saying it's an okay keyword. It's not great, and there's not really a lot of related searches because this is probably already nailed down. So if I'm looking through this, I can see how to find research articles on Google Scholar. I actually just recently did a video on this that has been doing really well on my channel. How to write research articles for publication, how to write research articles for journals. So let's do how to write research articles for journals. So if I come over here, I can see TubeBuddy is ranking this as an excellent keyword. So even though there's some competition, there's a lot of searches for this keyword. This is one that I want to make a video on. So again, I'm gonna come in here and check the different tags that would work really well for this paper. So you can also see like down here in these tags, there's convert thesis chapter to paper, convert thesis chapter to journal article. That would actually be a good separate topic to pursue. So I'm actually going to open that in a new window and see what TubeBuddy thinks of that topic. There's also published from thesis. That's along the same lines as that. So I got about 13 tags that look like it's going to be really good for this. So I'm going to copy that, come back over to Notion and go into my science grad school coach and my YouTube ideas. And again, I have this in a calendar view and I'm going to change it to a topic view. I'm going to put under here I have how to write research articles for journals. And then again, I'm always gonna paste in those tags so that I have it easy access in the future. And I'm gonna go back and check out this keyword. So this says that this convert thesis chapter to journal article is a good keyword. There were some other ones that were along with that. So I'm also gonna look at this. So yeah, this is also saying this convert thesis chapter to paper is a good keyword. It doesn't have a ton of search volume, but it might not be a bad one to have on my channel. This one has even lower search volume, so I think this would be the main keyword that I would be targeting. And then I can come in here and check these again and copy them into my Notion template. The second way that I do things though, which I want to show you real quick, is using a versus. So if I have one thing that I want to talk about or one topic that I realize is doing really well on my channel. So right now I have a paper on review articles that's doing really well on my channel. So if I want to find, another topic for that, I can type in review article. And then what I'm going to type in is versus. And this is really nice in YouTube because it will auto-populate all the things that people are commonly searching versus against. So maybe they're confused about the differences between them or things like that. So if I do review article versus research article, you can actually see here's my own video here. This says it's a decent topic. And then down here, this says it's an excellent. TubeBuddy says it's an excellent topic, and it has a lot of the tags for this. So this is actually, I'm doing a second video on this that will actually be coming out on this channel tomorrow. This process is how I found the topic for this video, which is the best performing video on my YouTube channel currently. And it's also how I'm finding a lot more video ideas to be able to pursue to grow my channel. If you want to get started with TubeBuddy real quick, you can go ahead and download the extension. The link is in the description below. So again, I just find that overall TubeBuddy seems to be a better indicator for me than VidIQ is. And so if you, again, want to download the free or paid versions of TubeBuddy, say if you're just starting out on YouTube, just download the free extension to be able to use this. If you're starting to produce a lot of videos a week and you want to continue to keep up on your keyword research, then consider hopping over to the paid so that you can continue to access these. I think on the free, you only get about 20 keywords a day that you can check, where on the paid, it's unlimited keywords. Go ahead and download the TubeBuddy extension using the link in the description below. And if you're just starting out and you're not really sure what all softwares might be good for you on your YouTube journey or for making courses or even for starting an email list, go ahead and get my online tech and resources guide. It's going to give you my top 3 softwares for every aspect of your business, and it tells you which of those softwares are best to use. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.